Hi everyone, it's Adrian Leah. This is going to be a crafting video. I have some things that to I want to show. There's one that I finished the main parts of it. I still have to do the back of it. It's the Wonky house. I have done a couple of things with my sewing, but I feel like making wonky houses and quilting have been the most fun that I've had since I have been sewing more, and I really want to do more of them. I have a lot of ideas for the wonky houses, and I kind of want to make it um, more of an extended vision where I tend to like to make things into, sorry, fairy themed. So I feel like it would be the fairy village. I feel like I have my physical fairy villages that I have throughout my places that I've been to or stayed in. Even this bedroom has some of the fairy houses, and um, some of the little figurines that go with the um, with that realm. And I have some fabric that I could use for a couple of different houses, so I'm thinking, why don't I make it into their world, or like a town or village? So I'll show that. Um, I am wearing one of my fairy tops. This is a little different if you've seen this before. I just tucked in the sleeves because it's getting warmer here, and I don't think it's ever not been warm, to be honest, at least for me coming from the Northeast, but um, I still really love this. It's one of my favorite tops, um, and I wanted to wear it today or for this video. I also have I hope this isn't going to be too shiny. I know it's going to gleam a little bit, but I have my leaf earrings in, and I did something that I wasn't completely expecting to do. I had to take my DMV permit test again because there was like a thing where I had to do something and talk to the last state that I was in so they could confirm some things. And then, um, annoyingly, didn't have to do with my driving, but they're like, well, since this happened, we give you your license, you have to take the test again. And I haven't taken it since like I first got my license. So I've been reading the manual, and one might say, I don't know if you can see, Adrian, you're supposed to highlight the important things. Oh, sorry. I think everything's important in this book, so I highlighted it. I only got to honestly page like 50 out of 80 something, but I was like, I took a couple of tests and it was getting my anxiety all riled up. So I figured, since this is one of the few states that allow you to take tests, these written tests or permit written tests online, then I was like, I guess I'll just do that. Um, so it was exciting, and I definitely went through the highlighters. So these are the highlighters that I found around the house, and I like rotated it because when I would use it in like a sitting, it wouldn't, they would just kind of need to replenish themselves. So then I would go to like the other highlighters. So my and I have a knitted project, and I would like to do a I wanted to start another garment, and I feel like it would be a good thing because when I go into different areas, I tend to feel like the nature just it helps with the creative ideas because there's a lot of it's a desert area, so it's these are colors that are in other areas of the world because I also identify these with like the forest, but I I also wanted to start something for spring break. That's my level of fun because that's another reason why I took the test early because I was just like, I want to just get it over with, and I didn't want to go into like the break knowing that like I still have stuff to do. Like I have uh, an exam for my course, and um, I took the practice exam, and I'm hoping it's like that. But I might take that when I I might go to the college to take it. I'm thinking about it. I don't need to necessarily. Um, but they're gonna monitor the area, and I was thinking about doing it in my closet. Like I might do it there, but I had to clean more because I had stuff out there, and then my dad wanted me to like move stuff, so I'm like, okay, well, it's a little crammed, and I guess maybe I could take it here. It depends. I had to go to the DMV that day anyway. It's my time to go again. So, and I also didn't, well, this is a little bit opposite. I didn't want to take it there because, oh, I need to charge. Sorry, one second. I think I was talking about the DMV and how I didn't want to take the test there. Um, because they're gonna like put you in a room, and then you're going to just have to have your things away from you and just kind of like have you in one of the computers, at one of the computers with your headphones on. And it just feels like it's more stressful to go there. So I'm like, I'll just take it here since I can. Okay. I I'll show the Wonky house. I don't have the backing for it. I don't know when I would do that. And I was kind of thinking I would have it for the bag, but I don't know if I'm going to put it on a bag. Well, it's a little longer than what I was expecting anyway. I had to learn how to use the rotary cutter because um, I don't know if I wasn't like using it, I wasn't like cutting it with enough pressure because I don't think there was an issue with the cutter. The ruler, it's a ruler, but I'm thinking maybe the ruler is a little more elevated because it has like a hole puncher component to it. And since the rotary cutter is like one of the smaller ones, I feel like it was like not cutting it the way that it could with it kind of hitting other parts of the rotary cutter. And then I used it with like kind of another paper thing as a guide. Like this is what came with the laptop from school. And it kind of guided it, but I kind of like was cutting in and out of it. So I don't know. I feel like it's also with my push precision too. Keep doing that with my S's. My precision, I feel like I still had to learn how to grip it. It could also be, which may not be the case, but I had to just learn how to use it. A lot of tools and things in general are meant for right-handed people. And I'm not saying I don't do anything with my right hand. Well, I write with my left hand, but I was taught to do a lot of things with my right hand, so I tend to, um, well, my right hand is, well, my right arm is my stronger arm because I do more stuff with it. Um, like regular book, um, notebooks are for right-handed people, but the way that the spiral is, or the way that it, it just when you open the notebook, you'll notice. And then like school desks are right-handed for right-handed people usually. So are can openers. That's like one of the main things that I had to give myself a couple seconds to work with the can opener for me to use it correctly. But other than that, um, I usually do stuff with my right hand, except I write with my left hand. But so I didn't use the rotary. I kind of use the rotary cutter to try to cut things. So I cut it with it to an extent, but I mainly used the ginger scissors, and I really love it. I think it came out super adorable. It's definitely gives off like a fairy home. I was thinking it would be a lower house, but by the way that I was putting stuff together, it didn't turn out like that, which is fine because it that's part of the spontaneity of it. Maybe it's spontaneity. I mean, if I did do it a little shorter, I feel like it's nice like this. I was thinking I want to make a mushroom house. And it kind of would be like more of a hobby type of thing. Because I already have a vision and I'm thinking maybe that's what I'll do next because I just really want to do it. At first I was going to do a strawberry pouch because I saw a mini strawberry pouch at Target one time. And don't get me wrong, like I wanted it, but at the same time I was just like, it was so tiny and I didn't know what I would like even put in it, and it was $8 for it. I really wanted it though. So I got supplies to make it. I just got these, um, these are fat quarters and they're the cotton ones. So I got them for the strawberry, but now I'm thinking I want to make a mushroom with them. It'll be the red mushrooms with the dots. Um, and I'm thinking the plaid part will be one of the things that I would use, and because I still have some of them here, because I feel that I tend to do in general a lot of night themes. Like my paintings are usually at nighttime. If you see my first deck that I painted, majority of the scenes are at night. So I could use this for the sky because again I was going to make it a village. At the same time, I'm also thinking maybe I could use this for the sky too, or maybe for the ground. I had to think about it because that kind of makes sense because mushrooms like they feed off decay and they tend to like cool, damp, dark places in theory and in general. Um, so that's where that is from. And the plaid I feel like is fitting for, the hobbity type of maybe fairy-esque type of Celtic theme going on there. And this is actually Ukrainian inspired too with the colors. And then the house itself, can you really tell? But because I was thinking in the beginning like a Hutzel home, and I looked it up like with a Hutzel home, and I was seeing that they did like a lot of, was it logs? So there was a little of that, and then the roof came together differently. I was gonna do a different roof, and I did end up making it smaller because I had another butterfly there that I wanted, but it just was not fitting on the way that I put it there because I wanted it to be touching one of the flowers. And I didn't want to cover this one because that was like the main thing. I wanted the flowers from the pink because I it kind of reminds me of, not garnishes, but the hanging things that you would hang maybe above your door or something. So that was what I was kind of going for. Um, I might bring one of the irons in the room because it does make a difference when of course, it makes a difference when you're ironing as you go, but I did it more towards like when I was grouping it at a time. I feel like it would be it would help with the fabric for sure. So I think I might maybe put down something that I can iron on and then get one of the irons to bring in here so I could do that. Um, but I'm super happy with it. I feel like it again is taller than what I was expecting because the yellow is down here, but it's also the ground too, like the wheat, if you will. And then you have the sky. So there, those are the references of that. There is a butterfly here. The yellow one made it, so which is nice because the sky is blue. Um, I really want to start the mushroom one. I will see how I'll do it because of the shapes that I'm going to put into it, but I don't think it should be a problem. I think I want to make the window like a round one. Um, I'll see how the sewing is for that if I just want to maybe do that by hand, but maybe not. Or do like crescents at a time, maybe, or like half circles. So I'll see. I was also thinking maybe I would use this one too. I did use a teeny bit of it. And since it's like, they look like feathers or they also look like, well, this one doesn't have wheat, but just based off of that, the color scheme and what it could symbolize. This one can look like wheat too, and maybe it could be something that would be on the outside as well, but I'll think about it. Um, I did start, I started a hat. The name of it is not with me right now. I don't know. Um, Sometimes I put my sound on just in case my alarm doesn't go off correctly. I don't know where the logic is in that, but I'm not a super tech savvy person, and I don't have like the latest iPhone. Do you really need your iPhone to do so many things? I don't want to do the back in my day, but literally back in my day, like phones weren't really a thing. Like it didn't. start to like pick up until I was in middle school. And even then, it wasn't super popular. Well, at least with the texting. Talking on the phone was my thing, and I loved it so much. It was hard for me to get off the phone because you would use the landline. Some places my godmother still has her landline. I don't know what she uses it for, if I'm being honest. I think she uses it to just call people, but I'm not sure because like she still has a cell phone. But because I saw it ringing most of the time, and then most of the time not never, she didn't pick it up for a lot of those times when it was ringing. So that's not really saying anything because I don't pick up or respond to most of the things that come to my phone anyway. So it's the Simply Harika, and it's a free pattern. I've been trying to get through some of my patterns on my Ravelry because I noticed the finished projects to library ratio, and I will say that a lot of them are free, but at the same time, in total, there's 98 patterns in my library, and I don't log all of my projects, but I log majority of my projects from the past couple of years, and I only have 48 on there. You might think, well, 48 is a number, and I'm like, that is true, it's a number, but it's also me knitting the same patterns over and over and over again. Because sometimes I knit patterns like 3 or 4 times, so the I'm not gonna calculate it. I don't even know what I'm trying to calculate, but all I'm saying is like I have 98 patterns in my library, and I would say, based off of those numbers, the majority of them haven't been used. Uh, I'm just seeing the projects. So I ended up using just one color for the ribbing. I'm not sure if I will be someone that would wear ribbing that has multiple colors. I'm not saying it's bad, but I didn't wear the last hat that I made. I don't really have a specific sorry, I'm just looking through the pattern. I don't have a specific place or opportunity where I feel like I would wear it, but it was fun to make, and I definitely will make the pattern again. I don't know what I'm trying to accomplish here right now, but trying to, I'm about to, sorry, just, I'm about to show the pattern of what I'm knitting on. So, well, sorry, I'm getting there. Just a moment. Okay, I'm taking really long, but basically it's like this, and I ended up doing the Latvian braid. I might do another one. I'm thinking about it because I'm doing the sport weight, and then um, the sport weight, it only has the recommended Latvian braid for, well, to do the Latvian braid in the beginning, but the Sorry, I'm just looking at the other ones. So the other ones say that, well, for the fingering weight, you can, or recommended to do it in towards the beginning and towards the end, not like completely towards the end of the pattern, but almost to the end. So there's the Latvian braid here. Once I get more, I feel like it'll come like that. But I love Latvian braids, and this is what I have so far. This is also using my Ukrainian yarn, and I'm super happy with it. I'm happy that the yarns are compatible because I just feel like it's turning out super nice, and I feel like it is a hat that I will wear because of the um I'm not gonna put it on. The ribbing is one color, and I do prefer my cream colored hats. I feel like majority of the time that's what I go for, at least with this part, and then whatever else is on the hat, I don't know. So I'll wear it, maybe. Um, so these are the colors. Oh yeah. So this is my first time. I took off the band off of the other color, and this one is one that I got from a local yarn shop outside of New York. And I hope I have enough. I'll definitely have enough for this project, but I hope I have enough to maybe make the mittens for this, like even like make it a set, or I just want to have enough to where I could do maybe color work in another project or use it in another project. But I really like these colors together. They kind of remind me of like the porcelain sweater because that one has a blue and cream theme, and I've been wanting to do that sweater, but I haven't. No reason. I would like to do a lot of projects, but I haven't done it. So it is definitely a project that has been done many times, but I want to do it in red and black. Let me see the original. So this is a porcelain sweater, and eventually I feel like I will do it. But I'm really loving these colors together. I was kind of saving the blue for a garment, but I was like, Adrian, you might as well just knit with it. So just have fun and use it where you feel like you might want to use it. I was thinking about using it, the other yarn that I said I was going to pair it off with this one, but um, sorry. I I didn't use it mainly because it has mohair in it, and I wasn't sure how I would react to the mohair like that close to my face. And this is also a project that I wanted to bring to class too. It's not going to take a long time to do, but um, I didn't want anybody getting affected by the mohair if they don't really like that type of fiber, and because it'll just get in the air. So let me see, for the Ukrainian yarn, it's the Duxlesa Traders, Duxlesa I'm sorry, Traders. So there is this yarn, and this is 80% wool, 20% polyamide, and it's 100 grams. And I really love it. I do have the other colors, but I kind of wish I got more of this one. I haven't even used the other one yet, but I was planning on getting more from the shop at some point. I don't know when. And because with this yarn, I feel like it's nice for this weather. It feels cooler. This one feels warmer for some reason. But let me see what the tag says, because I didn't know that the tag said something until I took it off from the yarn that separated it. I don't really want to take out the staples, but I don't want to just rip it out either. Oh, you know what? Ow, sorry. And I'm also using, what is it, for my sewing? A seam ripper. Because that's what's next to me. I keep this stuff on my bed. Because I was thinking maybe I could put the paper in a scrapbook or something, or like hang it. Sorry. This band is like really like a good quality. It's like thicker than other bands. And I'm not saying like the other bands are bad, but okay. I should throw that out. Watch, I'm gonna forget about it. Um, uh, Alright. So this is what I've been taking apart, and there's just some writing that I didn't see before. So the origin and habitat of the wool. This is the Roya Malloquina, Malloqueen, I'm sorry, Mallow or Mallorquina of the Mallorca Balearic Islands. Its North African origin result in an intense trade between Mallorca and some towns in the south of the Mediterranean. Let this type of sheep adapt well to dry weather of the south of the island, which is very similar to the area where they came from and less suitable from the rest of the breeds on the island. Its extensive handling of the flock of 10 to 300 sheep rotate through the farm and surrounding pastures. These animals are not only favor the maintenance of the clean island undergrowth, but also fertilize it. It is currently classified as an endangered native breed. These sheep often offer Entropina wool between 24 to 28 microns with an orange color and red base. Its fleece is laid out only on the trunk, leaving the head, the limbs, and the belly hairless. Okay. So when I was there, they had other sheeps on the front, and it was a while ago. I'm not sure if they were different sheep completely. I think they were a different sheep, if I'm not mistaken. But this is um so this is made in Spain. That's fun. I don't see a website, but I'm sure it could pop up in some way if you look it up. And I love when I go to a yarn shop and it has yarns that I've never seen before. Because I was actually there for another yarn, and this is the Retrosaria Brusca, and that was not supposed to be a segue, but it turned out to be one into the next project that I would like to work on. And again, talking about yarns that I was considering saving for a specific project. I did have an idea in mind for the project because I did want to make the Brusca pullover by Tetsi Litzak. Um, I'm sorry, did I say the Brusca pullover? It's the Brusca pullover. And I technically have that as my birthday knit. It's still on the needles, and my birthday isn't until October, so that's when I'm gonna mark it, like when I would need to finish it. I can't even wear it here anyway. I could, but I'm already warm even with this on, so mm. But when I was at the same place where I got the yarn that I was talking about, I got the Retrosaria Brusca, and this one is by Rosa Pomar, and it's retrosaria.rosapomar.com. It's a Portuguese yarn, and I wanted to get this yarn because I have her Portuguese knitting book, and it's one of my favorite knitting books. So, going off of like the forest theme and even the environment too, I was thinking maybe I could put these together. So this one is like a deeper red, and this is one of my favorite shades of green. I'm really picky about green. Like, I'm kind of surprised that I don't knit with a lot of it, but I used to use this acrylic yarn. It was mainly for crocheting, but I have knit with it too. But I don't work with acrylic that much. And if I do work with acrylic, it has other natural fibers in it. So I love that shade of green. And when I go into yarn stores, it there hasn't been a lot of green yarns that I'm like, this is the yarn that I would go for. But I love olive green. It's probably the my favorite shade to wear. And I'm just thinking about this, but then when I put it next to this, it's kind of different, but I think it's still within that family. So this is the Prairie Spun DK, spun and dyed by Brown Sheep Company in Mitchell, Nebraska. I'm so sorry by the way I'm reading today. And it's 100% wool. Oh, this one, sorry. This one is 100% wool, made from the fine wools of Saloia and Portuguese Merino, two native sheep breeds in Portugal. I feel like these yarns could go together. The recommended needle sizes or size is 6 for the both of them. And um, I didn't take out the whole stash that I have for this, but this is I have like 5 of these. I got them at one purchase. So this is in the colorway Mediterranean Olive. This one is in the colorway A587. I will, well, I would like to keep track of the colors, even though I don't have the band for one of the mauve colors that I got, which I'm like, why didn't I keep that? Because when I see it in person, there's like the slight color variations, but I don't come across this yarn a lot. There was only one store that I saw it in so far, but I think like maybe it could have been like another store that carried it that was not too far, but they still had it. I think I had to cross the bridge for it, and I was like, I don't feel like it. So I didn't do that. Um, and I'm sorry, this is like, they're both on the drier side. Well, this one, for some reason, it has like it has a cool moistness to it. It's not wet or anything. It's like specific to this yarn. And I feel that it will do well in these types of areas. So that's why I was like thinking about it. Um, this one, just going back to this one, is like dry, but it's cool for some reason. This one I love so much about, well, in terms of like I love the blue one a lot too. This one, it's slightly warmer, but because of how it's knitting up, um, I'm knitting it because I just love the way that the yarn is. It kind of reminds me of like was it, oh my God, wow. Like when I would go to the Irish stores and they would sell their cable sweaters, they're like those types of yarns, how I'm looking at them now and their finishes and everything. So I'm really happy about it. This one, like the Ukrainian yarn is so cheap. That's why I do want to place another order, if I'm being honest. So I think like I'll probably do that sometime this year. But before I get into what I'm gonna do with it, sorry. For the houses, if I do make a quilt, I don't know. I just want to make a bunch of houses. I don't know if I would like do the finishings here. I could, maybe, but I also feel like I keep adding more stuff to like pack up with. So I don't want to like carry around a blanket. it's kind of bulky for me, but I'll think about it. But I'm happy that I have it regardless. So, um, with this one, if I do put these together, I'm not gonna do the Bruska pullover with it, but there is another pattern by Teti that I have. I have to see what it is. And I've had this pattern for a while, but I wanted to find a yarn combination that I wanted to do with it. And I really love the color palette that she had to begin with. But um, sometimes the yarns that they use are on the pricier side, or they might not be available in this area, and I usually like to see it in person if I can. And if I buy it online, then maybe I'll see if I like it and then I'll make other purchases. But this one is, sorry, there's a vest that I'm still upset that I didn't test it when I could have definitely tested it, but I was testing something else at the time. Whatever. I mean, I still love the thing that I tested anyway. It's this. I tested that. And when she was like, "Oh, calling for test knitters for the vest that I wanted to do." It's always something when I'm going through Ravelry because I tend to just look, and I'm not stopping myself from like getting patterns, but I will like to knit the stuff that I already have in my library too. And I noticed that I think it's like aluminum needles that I got from the thrift store are um they're colder, which is good. Well, I mean in general, I don't think you would want cold needles. That's not exactly what you would want for your joints, but in general for like these types of areas, I don't really mind that much. So this is the sweater, and it's the Florarium sweater. I already have this pattern. All about the reds of flowers and greens of leaves, a perfect color combination taken directly from nature. So it looks like she used Let's Loopy. That's definitely warm for this area. Um, Hers calls for needle size 6. I feel like I could. I'm sorry, needle size 7. I feel like I could. The recommended needle size for these are 6. So I had to think about it, but either way, it's on the list of things to knit up. And who knows, maybe I'll end up knitting the other Ukrainian yarn that I wasn't like, well, I was saving it kind of, but I wanted to get a blue because I have this yellow that I really love, and I didn't get the blue because I was thinking the yellow wasn't available last couple times that I was purchasing. So I got the yellow just in case I needed it. Well, need it or want it. Um, so when that time comes, I guess I'll add the other yarn to the cart too. And then I guess I'll show the last one. This is actually yarn that I could, sorry, knit with. I technically have had this yarn for a really long time. Not a really long time, but I got it from the dollar store. They were so cheap. I had to be careful with washing the dollar store yarn because the other yarn that I got that I made a garment out of, I mean, it's one of my favorite sweaters, but it bleeds a lot, like if you try to wash it. So it's like trying to be careful because I have more than one color in there, but the contrast color is not the same brand. But this is the Just Cotton, the Premier Just Cotton, but it's 85% cotton and 15% polyester. I have a full sweaters quantity of it, and I do want to make the Saltburn sweater because I just have like a bunch of wool on my face right now. I saw that um, Julia from the Happy Knitting podcast, um, she had hers. She tested that one, and when I saw it, I immediately was just like, I want that one. I just love it. So I've shown some of these patterns before. Still haven't knit on them. The Saltburn has just been one that I've been wanting to knit on for a while. I feel like the cotton would be nice to knit on here. Um, it's a little thicker yarn, but I think it should be fine. Sorry. So this is the sweater. And I just feel like I really, well, let me see what the needle sizes are. Or the needle size. Or sizes, I don't know. Needle size 4, 6, and 8. Yeah, that's good. This one's a recommended needle size 8. So that could be it. I mean, it could. I definitely want to do it. So that's the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Um, I hope to see you in another video. Bye.